But if the showroom floor Healeys were becoming soft round the edges, there was still that last resort of the genuine sports car enthusiast, club racing. Throughout the 50s and early 60s, the Cape factory at Warwick prepared racing versions of the Healey cars. Many private owners also found the big Healeys accepted performance modifications well. They were extremely competitive against Triumphs, MGs, Jaguars, and a range of European roadsters. But there was another surprising development among BMC competition cars. High-performance versions of the tiny Mini, prepared by the Cooper company, were beating everything in their path. BMC itself was very serious about competition. In 1957, preparation of rally versions of the big Healeys was removed from the Warwick factory and transferred to the BMC competition department at Abingdon. Here, the works competition cars were prepared to take on the best of the world's high-performance machinery in the great classic motor rallies. And for a machine that started out as a sports car the man in the street could afford, they did incredibly well. In the early 60s, Works Healey 3000s achieved wins or high placings in such events as the Alpine and Monte Carlo rallies. Their drivers, Paddy Hopkirk, Pat Moss, Timo Makinen, and many others, were among the best the sport had to offer. Many of the BMC Works competition cars still exist. They are special machines. Their engines are much hotter than standard, with special cylinder heads and camshafts, triple SU or Weber carburetors, high compression ratios, and power outputs in excess of 150 horsepower. Big Healeys were notorious for being hot inside when the top was up. The rally versions had fixed hardtops, and vain attempts were made to improve ventilation for the driver and the navigator. Works rally cars had stiffened suspensions. They were fitted with skid shielding and massive reinforced chassis members. They still took a terrible battering underneath, and after each major event they had to be virtually rebuilt. When they were stripped down, there was little left but the chassis, the scuttle, and the basic inner body panels. Driving one of these cars was a special experience, and some experts say that only 4 people, Pat Moss, Donald Morley, Timo Makinen, and Rauno Aaltonen, ever really mastered them. This car is being driven on a practice lap for the 1965 Targa Florio race in Sicily. The driver is Timo Makinen. By the mid-60s, the days of the big Healey were numbered. It reached its ultimate development in the 3000 Mark III, capable of 120 miles an hour. But sales were dropping, and impending American safety regulations required too much modification for the car to comply. It was killed off in favor of the idea of a completely new car. In 1968, BMC became British Leyland under the leadership of Sir Donald Stokes. It now incorporated the Triumph Company.
Committees always select the wrong vehicles to continue, and they're never very successful at deciding what the public want. And, you know, it was decided that Austin Healey was unnecessary. It was an unnecessary expense, that Cooper was unnecessary, that Westlake was unnecessary, and really in the back of Stokes's mind, there was only one sports car, and that was Triumph.
Leyland Development concentrated on the TR6 and the TR7. Royalties ceased to be paid to outside companies like Healey and Cooper. Under British Leyland, Austin Healey ceased to exist.